Introducing first, weighing in at 205 pounds from the beautiful city of Churches, the world beater, Damien Slater!
And entering first here at Hell or Highwater, a guy that you may have seen on the WWE Network's Cruiserweight Classic, the world beater Damien Slater.
You know, it's an impressive thing to be picked out of the entire planet, to be picked to take part in that tournament.
And to represent Australia, a place that probably has something, I couldn't even tell you how many wrestlers there are in this country, but this guy in that weight class was picked #1.
As much as it is a pleasure to watch him wrestle every time he comes over here to Perth, man, he is getting under everyone's skin lately.
Well, one being Kyle Sterrier in particular, that's for sure.
But he's good. But man, does he know it.
And now introducing the next competitor. At 170 pounds, the innovator of Radness, Alex AK-47 Kingston!
There was a guy in EPW that erupts this audience on a regular basis. It is AK-47 Alex Kingston.
You know, and we know that Kingston's a high flyer. We know that he's not scared to take risks. And I gotta say, a ladder match, this is right up Alex Kingston's, right up his alley.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a match made for Alex Kingston as he greets the faithful here at Body Slam Central. Alex Kingston climbs those ropes like he does every show, to the applause of the audience.
And it does look like Damien Slater is not impressed by that at all.
Of course, the EPW #1 contender's contract hangs above the ring.
Now the next competitor.
It does, that contract is a long way up, and here comes the epitome of surly vet wrestler if I've ever seen one.
And definitely, I like to call this an EPW anthem of sorts, this song.
Yeah, and I just said such nice things about Damien Slater.
Ladies and gentlemen from South Australia, he is an EPW legend, Jag Huntley Jackson!
Damien Slater seems impressed by Jag Hartley Jackson.
He is a beast of a man. You know, we would have seen Jag when he first came over here, and he did not look like that the first time he came over here, that's for sure.
He was coined the extreme high flyer back in those days when Jag used to come to Western Australia to ply his trade, and he's definitely a different type of competitor these days.
He's dangerous, he's calculated, he spits, and that's disgusting.
It's a little disgusting.
But you know, when it comes to experience, years in this game, being travelled and everything, he's got everything, man.
He really has.
Now introducing the final competitor.
We'll go to Jones Good.
Weighing in at 245 pounds, he hails from the 610, the Smashing Machine, Chris Ice!
Now, if there was one guy that could battle Alex Kingston for the applause of this audience, it's Chris Weiss, that's for sure. They love him here in Western Australia.
You know, he's got a no-nonsense attitude. He is hard-hitting, he is powerful, he is strong.
He just has that attitude that the audience can get behind. No nonsense whatsoever. Everybody's staring up, looking at that contract hanging above the ring.
I've got to say it, my oldest daughter, when we were watching the WWE Network, she saw Stone Cold and she goes, "Is that Chris Weiss?" That's the kind of attitude he has. He does not care, and the audience appreciates that.
And they also appreciate his wrestling inside that ring as well.
And people tend to forget that with Chris Weiss. They always think, you know, big monster of a man throws people around, but he is technically sound as they come as well.
Yeah, he could tap many people out in a second, that's for sure.
And you've got 4 world-class athletes here, and one of the dangerous matches that you'll ever see is the ladder match.
And we get to sit here in the suicide seats.
No better place to watch these matches, that's for sure.
And this one is underway. So it seems as Chris Weiss is squaring off with Jag Hartley-Jackson while the world beater Damien Slater is beating the hell out of Kingston, but a turnaround in that corner. Kingston's fighting back.
Whoa, pile driver this soon in the match. That's going to hurt Chris Weiss.
Yeah, that's really unheard of. You don't generally find yourself in a situation where you're able to hit a big maneuver of that stature at the beginning of a match.
Oh, and a bump right there for Alex Kingston, right on the ring apron.
Hardest part of the ring.
Let's give a clap for Team South.
The South Australians together. Dean Olsen and I were talking about this at our last show, State of Origin.
Oh, and you've got to see that happening. He is a surly vet when it comes to this stuff, Jag. He has no friends.
Jag may be Team South Australia, but first and foremost, Jag is Team Jag. Drop kick from the top from Alex Kingston.
Anytime he goes up to the top rope, he has got some pretty maneuvers from up there on the top rope.
And not only pretty, very effective by that drop kick straight to the face, the vertical leap of Alex Kingston.
Oh, look, Alex Kingston already the last one in the ring at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what Alex Kingston can pull off here.
Runs off the ropes, dives over the top.
Now, I've got to say, you got 3 people on the floor over there. Kingston looks like he's doing okay, but I'm a bit worried for Chris Weiss over here.
Well, taking a pile driver early in that match is not the most ideal situation you want to find yourself in.
As you know, I've had some problems with my neck lately. You know, that affects your entire body. If he has got pinched nerves and stuff already in this match, it will not look good heading forward for Chris Weiss.
He rolled back in the ring. Kingston's already got a ladder. We've seen these two guys go to war this year. They battled over that spot in the State of Origin match, which you can buy on the Vimeo channel, which you're listening to us right now and watching this great action.
And the great thing about seeing these two fight each other is that we know that they're good mates out of the ring. And you always take it out the most on the people that you are friends with.
These
Nothing
two guys,
back.
that is definitely the rule. Weiss with those vicious power bombs really turns them out of nowhere.
I've got to say, they're such good mates, they even dressed in similar colours today.
Yeah, I don't know whether they spoke about that beforehand. I highly doubt it, as Jag looks like they're going to be fighting over this ladder here.
Gee, 2 strong guys here, you don't know who's going to go with that, do you?
Damien Slater ducks out, doesn't the second time. Runs Jag into the post. Oh, just flicks the ladder right into Jag's face. Now we're seeing these strikes from Damien Slater.
It's not a single movement wasted by Damien Slater when he's in that ring.
Whips Chris Weiss right into that ladder, which in turn smashes straight into Jag.
You have no idea whose that's going to hurt more.
God. There's 3 guys in the middle of the ring, all tasted the ladder there.
You know, that ladder... People can say what they want about foreign weapons and stuff being used in wrestling, but a ladder... The bad thing about them is that you can't control where they go.
They are the worst. They're steel. That's what they are. They really hurt when you get hit by them. I was lucky enough to never be involved in a ladder match in the 10 years that I was active, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah,
oh! Would you look at the strength of Chris Weiss? They are not 2 light guys.
No, they are not.
They are not 3 light guys.
They are not. Oh, jeez.
That has to have been taking some punishment on Chris Weiss's neck.
Definitely. And that was just a mass amount of man falling all on top of each other. That was not pretty to watch. But you do have to wonder, how much does that take out of Chris Weiss at the same time?
Well, he's first to his feet at the moment.
And you already start to see the lines and the scratches from that ladder already starting to show up on some of the participants in this match. They are not kidding when they say being in matches like this can take years off your wrestling career.
Yeah, that is true.
But that goes to show how much these guys want to headline EPW's biggest show of the year, Reawakening. That's how much it means to these guys.
It is we like to call it the biggest show in Australian wrestling, and really, I dare any other promotion in this country to up the ante on that.
And it's the 15-year anniversary of that as well this year.
It is the biggest show we've ever promoted, that is for sure. Kingston on the outside now.
What is Kingston calling for here?
Asking for something, a chair from the audience. There's someone without a seat tonight, and they seem more than happy to give it to Alex Kingston.
Let's see what Alex Kingston has here. And we can see it just out of the corner of our eye. That move that Chris Weiss delivered earlier, that must be playing a big part. His neck's still hurting after that pile driver. He is not moving well.
And gets a kick straight to the face. As Alex Kingston grabs that skateboard, he's set up Damien Slater on the chair with the ladder in front of him.
Oh. And that's what I'm talking about with any kind of instrument you use in a wrestling match. It does have a mind of its own. You can try and use it to your advantage, but you can never predict where these things are going to go.
No, and it's the worst thing to be so unpredictable with how hard it is against human flesh.
It is. Like I said, you're already starting to see the welts and stuff show up on some of the participants in this match.
Oh! I tell you what, being smacked with a skateboard wouldn't feel very nice either.
These guys just want that contract more than anything. And you know what? Being like someone here who's able to watch it from this point of view, and everyone in this audience, it's something to see. When you see how big the ladders are, when you see how high that contract is, when you see how hard these guys are hitting each other, when you see them using ladders, it's just something else altogether when you hear at an explosive pro wrestling event.
Well, there's definitely nothing like EPW Live, but next best to that, Alex Kingston off the top of the ladder.
He has no fear with that kind of... I couldn't do it, Brad. I had trouble climbing up to reach that chair last show. I do not like heights. He obviously doesn't have a problem with it.
He definitely doesn't. Like I said, I've stayed clear of ladders my entire career, aside from sitting at ringside calling these types of matches.
But if you can hit it, though, that's his whole body weight flying into people from an elevated level. That increases the amount of mass that's actually hitting someone. It's a smart strategy as long as it pays off.
And it seems like it has this time. Setting up two ladders, a little bit of a fail-safe. Climbing both ladders, being a little bit sturdier. In comes Damien Slater.
There you go. You can see the scratches on the back of Damien Slater already. He is not going to be feeling good after this match.
And I tell you what, there's only one person who is going to reap the rewards of this match. You're going to have three disappointed top-tier Australian professional wrestlers after this match, that's for sure.
Back chop.
Oh, he got his hand close to it.
That is so high. Unless you're here in person, you do not understand how high this is.
It seems they're going to have to go up a couple of more rungs to get their hand on it. Slater, though, what's he hook it up for? Cutter from the ladder.
That's going to hurt both participants there. Falling from any height, it hurts.
It does, and that ring is quite painful to land on.
Yeah, it hurts to land on at the best of times. These guys obviously want it.
I just seen that smack into Jag's knee. Vice doing whatever it takes to slow the man down from climbing. He's almost there. He can put his hand up and get his hand on it. Vice isn't going to let that happen, though. Oh, smacks his head into the top of that ladder. And again.
But know, taking the ladder to someone's knee, you know as well as I do, if you don't have any knees, you're not going to be doing very much.
It's the story of my life.
Oh,
that's awkward and ugly and painful.
These guys are going to be sore. I'd say they'd be sore in the morning, but they're probably sore right now, Brad.
Yeah, there's the old saying in pro wrestling, it hurts after the adrenaline wears off, but adrenaline doesn't cover ladders.
Definitely not.
And that ladder looks worse for wear now. It was a very awkward landing.
And when you see so many bodies lying on the floor, it just goes to show how much effort everyone is putting in to go up there and try and reach that contract. You're not going to be able to do it while other people are standing, that's for sure.
And that's exactly what you were saying. Damien Slater throws everybody out of the ring, giving him that little bit extra time. I think he has a little bit less time, I should say, than he thinks. I'd be up that ladder as quick as possible, only I'm afraid of heights and it would look really funny.
You know, it's the idea of being an opportunist. You want to get up there. You want to get that contract. You want to seal your spot at Reawakening this year.
Damien Slater won't be able to stop himself from gloating, though.
He definitely can't.
Oh!
Kyle Stereo, what are you doing out here?
Not even in this match, but there are no rules.
There are no rules, that's for sure. And I'm sure people are not going to complain about seeing Kyle Stereo knock out.
Pulls him down and gives him some hard forearms. Throws him right into that ladder.
You know what, I've got to say it. Kyle Stereo looks like the best shape in his life. Throwing those punches, there is a lot of muscle behind that.
There is. He's definitely a lot heavier, but not in like any sort of sitting on the couch eating Cheetos ways. This guy's been pumping iron since he's been off, that's for sure. And he's taken Slater out of this matchup.
Hey, that could leave this down to 3 people.
Well, that's definitely how it's looking at the moment.
Hey, from 25% to 33%. Ups everyone's percentage of their chance of getting that contract if one guy's out.
I'll tell you what, that twisted ladder that Vice is climbing.
That does not look safe at all. Well, you know, as safe as a ladder in a wrestling match can look.
Yeah.
Oh, Kingston's back. It's already cut up. It's already starting to bruise.
These 3 guys are just fighting over this. As we wouldn't expect any different. The main event of Reawakening is on the line.
Now, I know Kingston has been in the main event of Reawakening. I know Chris Vice has been in the main event of Reawakening. It would be a long time ago, Jag being in the main event of Reawakening, and I'm sure that he'd love to put that feather in his cap once again after coming back after so many years.
He would. I think the last time Jag was in a main event at Reawakening was against Mikey Nichols in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
That's going back a while.
Just slapping, punching, clawing, whatever it takes at the top of that ladder. Oh, this makes me feel uncomfortable, particularly with the state of that ladder.
Oh, and Vicey's head just flies off the mat there as well. He is going to have a sore head. He's going to have a sore neck. And I do not like to see anyone in that kind of position.
Not at all.
Jag is up. He's calling for Kingston.
Knocks him straight back down.
Big meaty arms of Jag, man.
Caught him on that top rope there.
It looks like Vice is in a bad space, man. But what is Kingston going for up here?
Don't think he's doing
it doesn't look like he's doing much at all.
Jag just called out time to take him to the morgue. I really don't want to see this. Shaking, I really don't like it when they're so close to us, Michelle.
I really do not like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking my headset off and moving briefly. Ladies and gentlemen, did you just see that?
These fans here, they've got it down pat.
I don't think there's any more reason for a fecal chant than that.
No, just watching this, it makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel uncomfortable because you know First of all, a ladder. If it's broken, you can't climb that ladder.
No.
Second of all, steel on flesh. It's worrying.
It really is, but Vice in the meantime.
Vice is able to get up to his feet. I'm happy to see that.
Needs to set up that ladder. It's been knocked out of place during this matchup.
Well, it looks like we're down to one ladder as well here. The other...
Kingston still trying to keep it in there because although it might not work as a ladder, it's still a weapon.
They try and take the legs out. You can't climb it, you've got no legs. And here you go, talking about you might not be able to climb it, but you can sure as hell use it.
Just teetering it on the top rope.
What is Kingston
Vice
thinking?
has got his hands on it. He's going to need to cut him off. Oh, no.
And as you can see, that contract is not just held up there by a little peg or something.
No, you have to struggle with it to get it down. I do not like how that ladder's placed. I don't know what Kingston has in mind, but it's only teetering just on the top rope.
Yeah, whatever Kingston has in mind is either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you see it. Well, that was an example of a high-risk move not paying off for Alex
Absolutely
Kingston.
gone wrong. Vice has got the contract.
You can see Vice is pulling on that contract.
Will he get... He's got to ring the bell!
He has got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, going to the main event of Reawakening.
You know, this is a guy who always delivers. I am really glad that he's going to be in the main event.
And the new #1 contender for the EPW
You know, but that opens up the
Championship.
question, who will be in the main event at Reawakening? We know Chris Vice is going to be there, but we still have the triple threat for that EPW Championship later tonight.
We still have ways to go before Reawakening, but we know that man sitting on the top of that ladder will be challenging whoever the EPW champion is come Reawakening.